Hello my dear students, myself Dr. Nilesh Kumar Gupta. I am working as a professor at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College in Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. Today I will teach you about the digital signal processing subject content. Earlier in my lectures I discussed about the multi-rate digital signal processing. This multi-rate digital signal processing. So I told you about the multi-rate digital signal processing. What is it? Why this is important nowadays? What are the process under the multi-rate digital signal processing? Now we will come on its application part, like application of multi-rate digital signal processing part 1. So I told you about the advantages and characteristics of multi-rate digital signal processing, because nowadays practically we require multi-rate digital signal. So what are the applications, where it is applicable, that I will tell you in this video lecture. This is the part 1, application of multi-rate digital signal processing title. Now, so let's see about the application of multi-rate digital signal processing. So these are the some examples of application where you can use the multi-rate digital signal processing, like design of phase shifters. Now interfacing of digital systems with different sampling rates. Implementation of narrowband low pass filters. Implementation of digital filter banks, subband coding of speech signals, and quadrature mirror filters. These are the some applications where you can use multi-rate digital signal processing. So like I am highlighting here in red color the last 2 applications that we will discuss under the multi-rate digital signal processing applications here, like subband coding of speech signal and quadrature mirror filters. I will tell you in this lecture about these 2 applications in detail. Now at first we come on subband coding of speech signals. Subband means what? It means you are dividing your band into some sub parts under the processing of your signal, like speech signals. So a variety of techniques have been developed to efficiently represent the speech signals, okay, your speech signal in digital form because we are doing the digital signal processing for either transmission or storage. So there are some techniques, okay, are available, okay, for representing your speech signal in digital form for either transmission or storage. Now we know our most of the energy, speech energy, is contained in lower frequencies, in lower frequency band you can say. Like for example, if my voice, so my voice is also low frequency signal, that you know clearly in modulation, we study also, okay. So our most of the speech signal energy is contained in the lower frequency, so we would like to encode, because we are using digital form, so you have to encode your signal, it means speech signal is low frequency band signal with more bits than the high frequency bands. So generally you should try what, that you are assigning the more bits at the time of encoding to lower frequency band than the high frequency bands. Okay. So subband coding is what? Subband coding is a method where the speech signal, your speech signal, okay, is subdivided into several frequency bands, and each band is digitally encoded separately. Okay. So what will happen in subcoding method? It means you are dividing your signal, like we are talking, if we are talking about the speech signal. So you have to divide, okay, your speech signal into several frequency bands, and your each band is digitally encoded separately. Okay, that is subcoding, subband coding of speech. The meaning of subband coding in your signal. What is the meaning? So you should know what is the meaning of subband coding. So it is a method where the speech signal is subdivided into several frequency bands, and each band is digitally encoded separately. Okay. Now filter banks. What the meaning of the filter banks? So because we are doing here multi-rate digital signal processing, so multi-rate filter banks are required. Okay. So multi-rate filters gives a useful idea of filter bank. Okay. So multi-rate filters जहाँ भी हम यूज करते हैं वो आइडिया देते हैं किसका? ऑफ फिल्टर बैंक्स. ओके, विदाउट एनी filters, without some kind of the type of filters. Okay, so these are called multi-rate filter banks. The complete operation is based only on the upsampling and downsampling function. What? Remember, in multi-rate digital signal processing, it means you are processing your signal at different sampling rates. Either your sampling frequency is increased, that is upsampling, or your sampling frequency is decreased, that is downsampling. So everything here in the multi-rate digital signal processing, upsampling, downsampling, always you will find. Always remember this concept, upsampler and downsampler. That's why I am writing everywhere. What? Its operation also depends upon the your upsampler and downsampler. Now filter banks are used for performing what? Your spectrum analysis and signal synthesis. So in any system or signal processing system, one part is for analysis and another part is for synthesis. You can say at the transmitter or modulator side, you use analysis part, and at the receiver and decoder side, you can use synthesis part. That's why I am writing here. These are used for the performing the some spectrum and signal analysis, spectrum analysis, and the signal synthesis again. Now this is the diagram. From this diagram you can understand easily that one. Okay. So here you are giving the input signal. Now it is subdivided into two parts, like in H0 and C0, these two filters. After H0, this signal will go to its downsampler by some amount. Similarly, this signal after passing the C0, it will go to the downsampler by the amount, some amount. And this is, you can say, this is your analysis part, in which your signal, at first your input signal is subdivided into subparts. Now it will go to the filter, then it will go to the downsampler, and this is called your analysis part. Like I am writing here, in this structure, a genuine filter of definite steps before the downsampler, this one, before the downsampling, on the analysis side. So this is your analysis side, or you can say this is your transmitter. Okay. Now similarly at the receiver side, this signal will go, but after downsampler it will be upsampled by the upsampler, like this, like this. Then it will go to the corresponding filter, like the filter is having the response is H1, and this filter having the response of C1, and combinedly this is known as synthesis part. Okay, or you can say at the receiver part. Now the output signal from H1 and output signal from C1 will combine or will added to the point, okay, to the adder, and you will give the output signal Y of n here. This was your input signal. that I am writing here, and after the upsampling in the synthesis side. So, this is your analysis part, this one, and this is your synthesis part, जिसकी बात मैं पिछली स्लाइड्स में कर रहा था. क्या? फिल्टर बैंक्स, these are used for performing signal analysis, spectrum analysis and signal synthesis. At first you are subdividing your signal, you are dividing your signal into different parts, and after the processing you are again synthesize those signals. Again you are remaking your signal. Synthesis means कुछ बनाना in the synthesis part, and you will generate your output signal. So, here in the synthesis side and analysis side, you have to remember what? By appropriately choosing the filter coefficients. Here you are using the filter, so choosing the correct filter coefficients, a very good decomposition can be achieved under this system. So, I hope this system is clear to everybody, what you have to do, okay, and what is the logic, what is the concept behind this, because you require here upsampling and downsampling both, not single, okay, and you needed here analysis part and synthesis part. Now, we will come on QMF. QMF means quadrature mirror filters. So, quadrature mirror filter क्या है? So, it is also part of again sub band filtering, because quadrature means 90 degree, you know, mirror it means some frequencies will be there, those will be the exactly equal to, or you can exactly mirror of in each other. That is why we are calling mirror word here, and filters. So, QMF means quadrature mirror filter. So, जो भी दो फ्रीक्वेंसीज होंगी आपस में, उनके बीच में फेज शिफ्ट 90 डिग्री का होगा. यू कैन से सम डिफरेंस विल बी 90 डिग्री. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग हियर क्वाड्रेचर. मिरर मीन्स द फ्रीक्वेंसीज आर मिरर इमेज इन ईच अदर, एंड normally filters will be there. So, in application where sub band filtering is used, the processes are carried out in the following sequences. Okay. So, how in the following sequences processes will be there, okay, that we will understand in this QMF signals. So, in this sub band filtering concept you can use like firstly what? Your signal x of n is split into a number of sub band signals like Vkn. So, at first you are dividing your x of n into different signals, you can say this one, okay, up to the V0n to Vkn, okay, at first, by using the an analysis filter bank. Okay. In analysis part, you are subdividing your signal into various sections, various bands. Now, these sub bands are processed further. Some processing will be there. You can say this processing proceeds further. This is the second part, and this proceed signal, because these proceed signal also having the same number of bands at this output terminal, and they will combine again by the synthesis filter, okay, and generate the final output signal. So, what will happen here? Here what I am writing here, that your input signal xset is splitted, is divided into several frequency band signals like Vkn from V0n to Vkn by the analysis filter bank, okay. So, whenever you are dividing your input signal into several parts, so that is analysis part. Then those analyzed signals are proceed further under the signal processing, and by the synthesis filter bank, finally these proceed signals are combined into single one, okay, and generate the output signal of y of n. So this is the process. So this is the very simple process here, okay, that I told you here, and I hope it is clear to everybody now. So these subband signals are downsampled before processing, because what I told you, at first your x of n divided into different parts, okay, different bands you can say. This is your analysis part, okay. And analysis part, what you do? You do the downsampling here, okay. And after the downsampling, what? You use the upsampling, okay, in the synthesis form. The signals are upsampled after the processing. If this analysis will done, then processing will be there. After the processing, it will be upsampled. So at first you can draw here the simple block diagram. What? Xn is there, okay. Now by the analysis filter bank or analysis part, your signals are downsampled, okay. Now after the downsample, it will proceed, or you can say this is processing through the channel, you can say here. After processing, it will be upsampled by the synthesis part, okay, and after combining you will generate your output signal, that I am writing here. So this type of phenomena, this type of steps will be there in quadrature mirror filter bank. So this is very simple. You have to understand here that initially your input signal x of n is there. You have to subdivide it, this xn, into several number of frequency bands. Then it will be downsampled under the analysis part. After the downsampling, it will proceed through a channel, through a system, and after processing it will be upsampled by the upsampler, and finally you will get the output signal. So this is process, whole process, okay, under which this type of filter banks will operate, like quadrature mirror filter bank. Now about the quadrature mirror filter bank, what? In a critically sampled filter bank, the decimation and interpolation factors are equal, and the characteristics of x of n will be available in y of n, okay, exactly equal, okay. Whenever your decimation interpolation, it means your downsampling and your upsampling are equal in each other, okay, or you are trying to maintain the balance here, okay. Then structure, if you are properly selected structure here, okay. So if the filter structures are properly selected, okay, then this will happen. And the application of QMF filters are what? What will be the application? The efficient coding of the signal. Obvious, it is obviously here. What? Then you will be able to efficient coding in the signal, and then analog voice privacy system in secure telephone communication. So these two applications, broad or major applications of QMF filter that you will find here, okay. Now we will come on two channel QMF filter bank. What is the meaning of two channel QMF filter bank? So this is a multi-rate digital filter structure that employs two decimators in the signal analysis part, because signal analysis part we are doing the downsampling, so obviously we use the decimators, okay, two decimators, okay, because you have to appreciate here quadrature mirror. So quadrature means not in single one, in the between the two there is a phase difference, there is some difference of phase of frequency of 90 degree, okay. So if you are using the two decimators, okay, in downsampler in analysis part, and two interpolators in the signal synthesis part, okay. So obviously it will be two channel, this is two channel quadrature mirror filter banks. Okay. So here the analysis filter H0Z will be a low pass filter. Okay. And exactly H1Z that you will obtain whenever you are subdivided your signal into H0Z and H1Z part. So H1Z is a mirror image, okay, of this, and that act as a high pass filter. In frequency domain, H0 omega is equal to H omega, okay, and H1 omega is equal to H omega minus pi. The difference is pi. That's why, okay. So in the time domain, this is the relation of frequency domain, you can say. In the time domain, it will be H0 n is equal to Hn and H1 n is equal to minus 1 to the power n into Hn. Now this is the diagram what I told you in my previous PPT here. What? So here your x of n, that is your input signal. Initially it is subdivided into two parts, H0Z and H1Z. Now from H0Z the output will be V0N, and from H1Z the output is V1N. Now it is downsampler by the downsampler, okay, or decimator, you can say. This is first decimator, this is your second decimator, okay, and after that the output signal will be U0N and U1N. And this is your what? This is your analysis, signal analysis part, where your signals are filtered and then downsampled. After that it will be upsampled by the two interpolators. This is 1, this is 2, and you will get here output signal, and it will go to the filter, and at the last this will combine to the adder, okay, and you will generate your final signal Y of n here. So this is your two channel QMF bank, okay. Now here your H0 omega and H1 omega have the mirror image. This one, this H0Z, H1Z, or in frequency term H0 omega and H1 omega, this will be the mirror. That's why we are calling quadrature mirror, because these will be the mirror image, and these are the symmetrical, or these are having the symmetry about the frequency omega is equal to pi by 2. Due to the pi by 2, it is called what? Quadrature. Why we are calling quadrature? Because these are symmetrical, or these are the different in pi by 2 about the frequency, and these are the mirror image. That's why it is called QMF, quadrature mirror filter banks. So I hope it is clear to everybody what I told you. This is the block diagram of two channel QMF bank. So in two channel QMF bank, what will happen, that I told you here, okay, and I hope it is clear to everybody here. Now here in that example you can see, or you can understand what the cutoff frequency is pi by 2 for these filters, in which what your subband signal, initially your input signal xn, that is divided into subband parts in terms of Vkn, okay, and further these will be downsampled by the decimators, okay, and after downsampling, after the decimator, these signals are proceed, okay, or encoded, and at the receiving side these are signals are decoded, upsampled, and then passed through the synthesis filter and generate the C01 and C10, get the output. So whole process it is clear to everybody. What? That your input signal is here, okay. Now input signal they have subdivided into several parts, sub parts, you can say Vkn, okay. Now it will be downsampler, okay, downsampling and this one, or you can say this will be the analysis part. After the analysis part, it will proceed, processing will be there. After processing, it will go to the synthesis part, where what? In synthesis part, your upsampling will be there and you will get the output signal here. This is X and this is your Y. So, this why we are doing this one? For smooth digital signal processing. And this is the smooth multi-rate digital signal processing. Because nowadays we needed generally multi-rate digital signal processing system. So, this type of system if you develop, then you will get more benefits from the signal processing. So, I hope it is clear to everybody. These are my references. Then you can refer these references for this lecture. So, in this lecture, I told you about the multi-rate digital signal processing applications part. So, the two applications that I told you in this lecture, first was your subband coding of the speech signals. What is the meaning of subband coding? And after the subband coding concept, you can design your filter banks like QMF, quadrature mirror filter bank. And through the quadrature mirror filter bank, how the multi-rate digital processing is possible using the analysis and synthesis part, or using the decimators and interpolators, because these decimators and interpolators are the basic components, basic heart of the multi-rate digital signal processing, where you can increase your sampling frequency or decrease your sampling frequency. So, okay, I hope it is clear to everybody. Thank you very much. Goodbye.